Hello and welcome back to another video. Ever heard of the dark web? It's not made up, but it isn't exactly like in the movies. Some may see it as a fantasy underworld, but it's a part of the internet that's intentionally hidden and inaccessible through regular search engines. But don't think the worst straight away. It's not all black market deals and shady characters. There are legitimate, even necessary uses for it, like protecting privacy and facilitating free speech. So buckle up, because we're about to plunge into the depths of the dark web. You may have heard the terms deep web and dark web before, but they're not the same. Not by a long shot. Think of the internet as an iceberg. The tip above the water, that's your regular internet. The Googles, the Facebooks, the Wikipedias. Now the much larger part underwater, that's the deep web. It's just stuff that's not indexed by regular search engines like your bank details or your emails. But the dark web, that's a tiny, tiny part at the very bottom of the iceberg, shrouded in shadows. It's a part of the deep web, but it's intentionally hidden and requires special software to access. Created in the mid-90s by the US military as a way to communicate securely, it's since become a haven for all sorts of activities, both good and bad. So remember, the deep web is like the ocean, and the dark web, it's the mysterious trenches lurking at the bottom. Now, you can't just waltz into the dark web using your regular web browser. It's a bit more complicated than that. Imagine trying to enter a secret society. You can't just knock on the door and say, "Hello, I'd like to join." You need the right tools and the right knowledge. Accessing the dark web is a similar affair. It's not about having the right handshake, but about having the right browser. The most common being Tor, short for the onion router. This special browser helps you delve into the layers of the dark web, much like peeling an onion. However, using Tor alone isn't enough to keep you safe. It's like diving into the ocean with just goggles. You can see clearly, but you're still vulnerable. This is where a VPN, a virtual private network, comes into play. Think of it as your diving suit, shielding you from the elements and from prying eyes. But remember, while this gives you the power to explore the dark web, it doesn't give you the right to exploit it. The dark web, like any tool, can be used for good or evil. It's a place of immense knowledge and resources, but it's also a place where illegal activities can happen. So before you decide to dive in, understand the legal and ethical implications involved. Be aware of your actions and their potential consequences. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Accessing the dark web should be done with caution and awareness. Wondering what you might find lurking around those dark corners? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. The dark web is a bit like a giant unregulated flea market. Yes, you heard that right. You've got your black markets, a whole world of illicit goods and services. Here, you can get absolutely anything you could think of. From counterfeit money to illegal drugs, stolen data, and even weapons can be bought and sold. It's a bit like an underworld Amazon when you think about it. Then there are the hacking forums, where cybercriminals exchange tips and tricks of the trade, sell software exploits, and even offer hacking services for hire. It's a bit like a sinister tech convention, minus the free stuff and awkward networking. But the dark web isn't all black markets and hacking forums. Amid the murk, there are glimmers of light too. There are privacy-conscious email services, for instance. These platforms offer encrypted communication, ensuring your messages remain confidential and out of the prying eyes of advertisers, hackers, and even governments. It's like sending a letter in an envelope made of lead. And then there are the activist forums. These are spaces where individuals can discuss and organize around important social and political issues without fear of censorship or reprisal. It's a bit like a speakeasy for free speech, where the password is not a secret phrase, but advanced encryption. So you see, the dark web is not just a haven for the shady and the unlawful, it's also a sanctuary for those seeking privacy and freedom of expression in an increasingly surveilled and censored digital world. But let's not sugarcoat it too much. Navigating the dark web can be like walking through a minefield blindfolded. One wrong click could lead to some pretty nasty places, or land you in hot water with the law. So it's not all doom and gloom, but it's not a walk in the park either. The dark web is a complex, multifaceted entity. The dark web isn't just a curiosity. It has real-world impacts, some positive, some negative. It isn't all shadowy figures and evil deeds. It also plays a crucial role in protecting privacy and freedom of speech. For activists living under repressive regimes, the dark web can be a lifeline. a safe haven to express thoughts and ideas without fear of retaliation. But let's not sugarcoat things. The dark web is also a hotbed for some of the worst things that humanity has to offer. From trafficking to automatic weapons, it's a digital Wild West. It's this duality that makes the dark web so intriguing and so challenging to navigate. As we delve deeper into the digital age, the dark web continues to be a significant, albeit shadowy player. It's a world of contradictions, a murky realm that reflects both the best and worst of human nature. That's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to drop us a like. Want to see more videos like this? Then please subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications bell on. Let us know your thoughts. Have you explored the dark web? Are you going to? See you on the next one.